A drunken woman accidentally walked into the wrong bathhouse. The CEO looked at the woman who suddenly appeared in the bath. At first he thought he was seeing things, but as he got closer he realized she was real. The woman looked at the CEO and thought he was her best friend, but when she saw his face clearly, she was instantly shocked. She grabbed the nearby bathrobe and ran out in a panic. A month later, the doctor told her she was pregnant. The woman was completely stunned. She had never had any contact with a man, yet she was somehow carrying a child. Confused and helpless, she couldn't bear to terminate the pregnancy, and finally decided to give birth to this mysterious child. 6 years later, she was raising the child on her own. To support his education, she applied for a job as a tutor in a wealthy household. But as soon as she stepped inside, she ran into the CEO. They both felt an inexplicable sense of familiarity. Just then, a little boy ran over, hugged the CEO and called him dad, but the CEO barely responded. The woman assumed he was already married, but later upstairs she overheard the maids gossiping and found out the old lady's grandson was adopted from an orphanage. He wasn't the CEO's biological child. Just then, the woman got a call from the kindergarten teacher, saying her son had a high fever. She rushed downstairs, anxiously trying to ask the old lady for leave. The old lady saw her panic and kindly suggested bringing the boy over to take care of him at home. But unexpectedly, the moment the old lady saw the little boy, she was shocked. She never imagined he looked exactly like her son when he was a child. The old lady began to suspect maybe her CEO son had a one-night stand and secretly had a son. She quickly asked the woman if she knew her son. The woman said she didn't, that this was their first meeting today. The old lady didn't say much more. Then the adopted grandson came out. The old lady said the boy was a guest and told her grandson to bring out toys and play with him. But as soon as the two women entered the study, the usually obedient and polite adopted grandson revealed his true nature. He waited until no one was around, then pushed the little boy to the floor. The boy hit his head on the corner of the table and instantly passed out. The woman came out just in time and was horrified to see her son lying there. The CEO happened to return at that moment. He rushed over and took the boy to the hospital. Afterward, he handed her a business card, telling her to call him if anything came up. He had an urgent meeting and couldn't stay. Right after he left, the old lady arrived at the hospital. She apologized on behalf of her grandson with a guilty heart. But just then, the doctor said the boy had lost too much blood and needed an immediate transfusion. What's more, his blood type was the rare Rh negative. At that moment, the old lady remembered the CEO had this rare blood type. She immediately called to have him brought back. At the same time, she secretly told the butler to arrange a paternity test and specifically instructed to keep it absolutely confidential. After the boy recovered, he was still bullied by the adopted grandson. He was even kicked out of the room. All of this was seen by the maid. It turned out the maid was actually the real mother of the adopted grandson. To get a share of the CEO's family fortune, she had deliberately sent her son to the orphanage and then found a way to get the old lady to adopt him. Now, seeing her son favored by the old lady, she tried every means to eliminate any threats. The little boy had nowhere to go, so he went to the living room. The old lady saw he was feeling down and gently kept him by her side. She even gave him desserts to comfort him. Just then, the scheming maid walked over, saying the old lady's heirloom jade bracelet was missing. The old lady immediately told everyone